Hey folks, it's Beard Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossils in Archaeology. Today, we need to fix a big problem. At the moment, we are homeless. Literally living out of a cave. This is not how you're supposed to live in life. So today, we need to go and actually make a base. But not just any ordinary base. Today, we're going to start our base part thing? Whatever we want to call it, which means we need to start the actual first entrance of the area. Today we are going to make a ticket booth shop right in the front that will basically just be the entrance to the base, but in the lore of the world, in this park base thing. I swear it'll make sense down the line, I swear. But that's what we're doing today. But before we can do any of that, we need to go get materials. Let's get that done. So I would like to go and try and find some of the new blocks that's in here. That means we have to go find a biome that actually supports it. The blocks that we need, that is. I want something that's going to be kind of prehistoric looking. So I'm going to look around, see if we can get some wood types that might look decent. Okay, I think I have what I want. So we're going to go and get some of this chica logs, because I feel like this would be a really good wooden roof design. As well, mangrove. So this isn't our normal, regular Minecraft mangrove. This is before that update. So this is more of a white mangrove. And I think this would be good for the actual... I think those would look good for the walls of the exterior. And then you mix it in with the dark of the chica. I think that would look really nice and complement each other really well. Which also means we really need to go on a massive expedition. So we're gonna need to find a chica woods and a white mangrove marsh. This could be pretty quick, or this could take forever. Let's check the compass. Alrighty, we'll type in white mangrove marsh. We'll do this one first. Let's start the search. Oh, it saves. Okay, good. So we do have one found, and it's negative 5,764 by 3,333. That is a long while from where we're at. Because we're negative 127, so we would have to go somewhere in this direction. So, let's get the expedition started, I suppose. What in the world is that thing? What? It's like some kind of library. Oop, pottery shards. I'm taking these. Ooh, relic scrap. We have a porcelain skeleton figure too. Oh, this is a fossils and archaeology area. A gold javelin. Then you know what? I'm gonna take a decent amount of these too, because they would be really good for enchanting. Finally, after a very long time, we've made it to the mangrove. Now I just need to get to a spot where I can get to a sapling, because I can take one home and basically farm this forever. Finally I can get a sapling and go home. After that very, very long trip back, I have finally made it back to the area. We have a lot of trees. If I just open this guy up, yeah, I collected a bunch of modded and vanilla trees while we were gone. So I'm actually going to plant all of these, and we can use this generic area as a farming area temporarily, mainly because we're going to be more over there, so this is going to be out of sight, out of mind. So I'm just going to get all the ones that are in my inventory, give them a decent amount of space, and I'm just going to completely fill this area with trees. So I did a lot of off-camera mining, or grabbing blocks, taking down, hitting trees. That's what I was doing. We have 5 stacks, or almost 5 stacks of wood, and I am changing what we were gonna originally plan for that, mainly because those trees are not growing. Instead, we're gonna mess with the Zelkova logs and the cherry logs. So I basically have a little test area here. So we're gonna use the cherry logs as the pillars, and then the Zelkova logs in plank form for the walls. And then maybe for a little bit of extra detail, we can strip the Zelkova logs. But I am going to switch to this. I am trying to use more modded types of blocks. So It'll be interesting. I think this will work, but I still need more supplies. What do I need? Stuff for a roof. And I'm trying to figure out what color for the roof. If you usually think about the Jurassic period, I feel like there's a certain amount of colors that come up. I feel like kind of darker grays and blacks. I feel like dirt / like higher browns, as well as green, because plants. Why does it have to turn night the moment I start doing my monologue? So while searching for some good old moss, I found a mine shaft and we have our first diamond of the series. I'm not complaining. Since we're running with Mythical Metals as a mod, that means if we keep looking for one more, we actually could get some better armor before the end of this episode too. Because there is so much ore here that is not diamonds, but you need a diamond pick to get said ore. So I might actually do that and get us some better armor while we're down here, because this only will last so long. Alrighty, after a unintended mining trip that was supposed to just be for moss and blackstone or soapstone or whatever the stone's called, we're finally back. And we have a lot of loot as well. We have, should be 2 stacks. Please tell me it's still in here. Oh, thank goodness. So we have three stacks of moss. We have a couple stacks of soapstone. Since it's just gonna be an outline block, I don't think it's really necessary. We basically have everything we need. I'm just gonna dump what's ever in my inventory, upgrade my armor. I haven't had this armor in a very long time. This is gonna be fun. I'll show you guys once it's finished. And we'll go get started on finally building the start of the part base thing. Ticket booth. Yeah. Alrighty, we can now take this off, and this should theoretically be completely better armor. Oh, I haven't worn this in such a long time. Basically, it's close to full diamond, you know, since you need diamond to break it. And it has this thing called regrowth, which is kind of like a natural mending, but eventually it does break. But this is cool. It's cool to have some, just more stuff on us. And I do have more here, which you can make tools as well, which means this diamond pickaxe will just go into here. And, just to let you know, I did have a upgrade that you can craft the upgrades, which is really cool. So I did put that in here, or well, in a smithing table, and then add the backpack, and we got more room now. And here soon, I think we'll do a little maxing out of this guy at some point. But I'm gonna make tools, and then we're gonna get started on building. This has been a long time coming for this build, but it's finally done. The ticket booth is now complete. Here it is in all its glory. I know it's not that large of a build overall, but I actually really like it. What took so long was the roof. I went, as you can tell, this is not the same roof design of some of the clips that I had shown you, because I hated all of them. So we changed to this kind of red cherry wood aesthetic with a little bit of worn out textures here on the side. And over on this end, because this is supposed to be what people are going to see walking into the park, my goal is for this entire park to feel like, think of kind of Jurassic Park, but if you went to like a small town version of it. Like if you're going to a big amusement park and then you're comparing it to the small one in a smaller like state or country. This would be kind of what I'm basing it off of. And I really like it. The overgrown look on the top, we got some dinosaur fossils letting you know that this is a dino or prehistoric themed park. And as we walk up here, we got the main road section off. So one's this way, one's this way, so we can get the max out of our ticket booths. And we got one here, we got one here, we got a bunch of stuff from the fossils mod all over. So a bunch of tablets, pots, and what have you. It looks pretty good. I also really like this, bringing out this one piece of log going all the way down. I thought it was a really good addition to the texture because I was thinking that this was going to be too flat, and I did this and it pops it out by one, and I actually really like it like that. I think it looks really, really good, and it's totally finished. Okay, kind of. I'm currently gonna temporarily take refuge in the ticket booths until we have our lab. The lab is going to be the area where I'm going to consider like the closest thing to our legitimate base. Until we have that, we're going to have to just camp out in the ticket booths. So we have the analyzer and some of the archaeology stuff here. And then over on this side is currently the living quarters with a bunch of furnaces, stuff like that, chests, and bed. Which is also why we have these fences here. Those are not gonna stay there. Eventually, these middle ones will be removed on both sides. It's just until the park is ready for me to get out of these, then we'll add to the inside. But I think this looks pretty good, especially from angle. The road, I think, was actually pretty good, as well as the front here. I really like how it looks. Maybe we do a similar effect on this side with the leaves. Or maybe because it's supposed to be like these are operational, that they're not used, and that this is more of a like a false kind of plantery thing. Like if you go to an actual park, most likely in the back, it's not going to look themed, kind of like that. But maybe we do it as well. I'm not sure. But I really like how this turned out. And if you guys liked how this turned out, consider subscribing, because subscribing helps the channel grow. Consider liking the video, because liking always helps. And we have a new feature available on YouTube. If you like me enough to consider hyping the video as well, it helps the algorithm boost the channel even further. But you don't have to if you don't want to. There's only like 3 attempts a week, so I would understand. And consider commenting down below what I can add to this park. I've been Beard Boy OG, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.